Hello everyone, welcome back again in the video lecture. As we all know that right now we people are studying about the second chapter of NCERT class 7th. In our previous video lecture, we have studied about the large intestine and the small intestine of the human body. Today, we are going to study about the nutrition in animals. When we talk about the animals, so animals are of two types. One is unicellular, another is multicellular. By the term multicellular and the unicellular, it means that unicellular made up of single cell, whereas multicellular are made up of many cells. So about the nutrition in the animals, we'll start with the multicellular organisms. So here we move. When we see about the multicellular organisms, so if we talk about their body structure means we can say that how the body has been made. One of the example of the multicellular organism is the human being. And when we see the human being, every task, every body function has been performed by different organs of the body. In the same way, when we talk about the digestion in the multicellular organisms, we especially take the grass eating animal because that is the content of our syllabus. Can anyone tell me why the grass eating animals are called to be the ruminant? Is there anyone? Maybe finding it difficult to define ruminant. So let me explain. What do you mean by the ruminant? Or why the grass eating animals are said to be the ruminant? Let's move further. You might have seen the grass eating animal. You can take any example. It can be the buffalo, goat, cow. Any example you can take. So you might have seen them, they are sitting idly and keep on chewing, keep on chewing. You know why they keep on chewing? They keep on chewing because when we see their body structure, so their body structure, their stomach has been made in such a way that they have the four different chambers. And when they feed on the grass, at that time they intake the grass very fastly, or we can say that very rapidly. When they take the grass inside, when they eat the grass, when they feed upon the grass, so that reaches to the first segment of the stomach, which is said to be the rumen. And in the rumen, the things get partially digested. When we talk about the word as a partially digested, it means that it doesn't get fully digested. By the word digestion means the food particles get broken down into much more simpler. So when the things get partially digested, that partially digested food is named as a curd. C-U-D, curd. That partially digested food again written back or given back to the second chamber, which is said to be the reticulum. And from the reticulum, it moves back again to the mouth. And in the mouth, it comes into the form of small lumps. When it reaches to the mouth, the grass eating animals, they again keep on chewing. And as we know that partially digested food chewed again, so that process is known as rumination. And one who does it are called as a ruminant. Now I hope that this term ruminant is clear to everyone. Isn't it? Okay, fine. Now, what happened again? The food which has been digested in the mouth, that has been sent back to the third chamber, that is said to be the omesum. Omesum is said to be the third smallest chamber of the stomach, where the water absorption has been taking place. And finally, from the omesum, the food particles has been sent to the abomesum. Abomesum is said to be the true stomach of the grass eater. And from the abomesum, the final digestion takes place. But one more thing comes into our mind, that is the digestion of the cellulose. Now you may be wondering, now what is cellulose and all? So we can say that cellulose is a type of carbohydrate which is especially present in the grass. So grass are rich in cellulose, we can say. And when we talk about the ruminants, already I explained. So ruminants are having the large sac-like structure in their stomach. And that large sac-like structure is said to be the cecum. It is said to be the cecum. Now what happened in the cecum is that bacteria has been present in the cecum. So those bacteria which is present in the cecum is between the small and the large intestine. They help in the further digestion, or we can say that further breaking up of the food particles takes place. Or we can say that in this particular space, that is a cecum, the digestion of the cellulose takes place. Here one question can be asked, that why the human beings or the other organisms, they are not able to digest the grass, or we can say the cellulose. So you should know that the cecum or the ruminant, they have the special types of bacteria which act upon them, which help in the digestion of the cellulose. So this is the digestion of the cellulose. So far we have learned about the animals having the digestive system, or we can say that multicellular organisms. Now let's move with the unicellular animals, or the unicellular. As we know that unicellulars are made up of single cell, so they doesn't have their mouth or the digestive system. They are so small. When we talk so small, means they are microscopic. They can't seen by the naked eye. They have to be seen with the help of microscope. So now when they are made up of single cell, so entire process has been taken with the help of that single cell only. And mainly they are found in the pond water, where the water get accumulated. They have the cell membrane, and inside the cell membrane they have the dense nucleus. Apart from that, they have the small bubbles, or we can say vacuole. When we talk about the word as a vacuole, means empty space. Now you may be thinking, now why they have the empty space? Already we know. If we talk about our room where we have the empty space, so definitely we can store something over there. In the same way, the feeding in the amoeba is one of the example of the unicellular. In this, the empty space helps in the storage of the food. Now, you may be thinking, now how they doesn't have the mouth, and also how they feed upon the food particles. So they move constantly, means they are not at all living at particular place, and they move with the help of the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is a false feet, and false feet means it is not actually the feet like we human beings we have for walking. but they have the false feet. They keep on changing their position. And now, when they want to feed on any of the further microscopic organisms, so what they do is that they have some kind of the sensory or in their body. Says when we move to the mall and all, so there the gate of the mall automatically open. So how it get opens? Because it sends someone came nearby. Or you might have seen that cars having the center lock. When you reach nearby it, so automatically it start producing the sound. In the same way, in the unicellular organism that is amoeba, they have some sense. So with that they can feel the food particle is around them. Now what happened? They develop the pseudopodia, that is a false feet, and they trap or they just engulf the food particle. And with the help of the digestive juice which is present inside that vacuole, they break that complex substance into further simpler substance. And the digest food, the digestion taking place over there now, so that digested food is get absorbed, and that digested food has been used in the growth, maintenance, and the multiplication, many more things, as we all know. That is another topic. And remaining that undigested one, that is said to be the residue, or we can say that it is the waste, though that waste has been thrown out. So in this way, the unicellular organisms, as an example amoeba, the digestion takes place in its body. Further, I'll bring two videos for you, one for the multicellular, another for the unicellular, where you can able to understand the whole content which I have explained you in further detailed way. Let's move further. Here you can able to see the figure of this amoeba, that blue greenish one. There you can able to see the pseudopodia left hand side top. We are talking about middle figure. Pseudopodia, they are developing a finger like projection. So what it do, it traps, as you can see the left hand side extreme left figure, pseudopodia getting developed, and the blue food particles has been trapped, and they intake it. Same with the last figure, you can able to see that food particle pseudopodia encroaches it, that is a ingestion, then the digestion takes place, further the digestion, absorption, assimilation, and ingestion. This already you have studied in the previous video lecture. So let's move further. While moving further, you just enjoy this video.
Have a special stomach with 4 chambers, namely rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. Let's see the process of digestion in grass-eating animals. The animals quickly swallow the grass and store it in rumen, the first chamber of the stomach. In the rumen, the food gets partially digested. The partially digested food is called cud. The cud is pushed into the reticulum, the second chamber of the stomach, and from here it is sent back into the mouth for thorough chewing. The process of chewing the cud is called rumination, and animals which chew the cud are called ruminants. The rechewed food is swallowed and sent into the omasum, the third and the smallest chamber of the stomach, to absorb excess water from the food. In the omasum, the food is broken down to even smaller pieces. This is then sent to the last chamber, abomasum, which is also called the true stomach. The digested food then goes into the small intestine, where absorption of nutrients takes place. A large sac-like structure called cecum, present between the small intestine and large intestine, also contain bacteria that help in the digestion of cellulose, a carbohydrate that is present in grass. So, you now know why cattle keep
Okay, so now we have seen about the multicellular. See this unicellular one. You can able to see the movement of the amoeba, how the pseudopodia is getting developed, and the food particle, that is a microscopic organisms, they move. Now it got entrapped. At, as it got trapped inside, now slowly it will be forming the vacuole, and digestive juice will be secreted, and in that way the food particle will get digested. All can able to understand, I hope so. This is the digestion in amoeba, that is a unicellular organisms. And hope you have enjoyed this particular class, and thank you everyone for enjoying the class. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Have a great day. God bless you.